Hello everyone, I am Joven. Welcome to another tournament race in this Luigi's Mansion tournament. We've got two very good runners. This is winner's bracket rounds... I believe this is round 4. It is round 4. On the left we have HDlax, the number 3 seed in the tournament, going up against Ferro on the right, the 11th seed. HD does have a 54 PB. Ferro has a 56 PB. Ferro actually did just PB before this tournament race, so Ferro he's been preparing. Of course, both very respectable runners. You know, probably gonna be pulling out all the tricks for this race. Might see a couple of Chauncey 1 cycles, maybe a King Boo 1 cycle, Breaker Boo 1 cycle. It should be a good race. And I'm excited. And we are ready to go, so here we go. Does Ferro realize that he has a 40? Oh, he's deleting it right now. Okay, he deletes it just in time. I don't think he realized that he had that until a few seconds before the race started, but we are good to go. Alright, so I'm assuming you guys all know how this basically works. We play in the Japanese version. It is the fastest version of the game. Saves about 30 or so seconds over the English version because of faster text and a few text skips in the run. Shouldn't see too much difference between gameplay and Area 1. You know, we might see a missed double. I hope not, but we could. But, yeah, I mean, I have a pretty good parlor for both runners. See, Ferro opted for the trapping at gold ghost against the wall. That's a somewhat new strat that you can use in a few rooms, basically trapping the ghost against the wall to get a faster suck up. HD missing the first anti-room double gives Ferro a slight lead here. Both getting very clean second doubles. Ferro spawning a poison mushroom. Let's hope it doesn't get in his way, and it hits him! Oh no! That's rough for Ferro. So if you didn't know, that poison mushroom spawning is entirely RNG, and it bounced right in front of that double for him, so that's just gonna lose him 10 seconds. So a rough start for Ferro. Gets poison mushroomed. HD is going to take... looks like at least a 15-second lead just going into this Area 1 hallway. Keep in mind, this is a winner's bracket match, meaning this is a double elimination tournament, so the loser of this will drop down to loser's bracket and have a chance at redemption in the tournament. A very clean stock up on Neville for HD. Apart from that missed double, he's played very clean in this Area 1. Now Ferro, things might look a little grim for Ferro right now, but you gotta understand that Chauncey 1 cycle can make the biggest difference here. You know, if he manages to get it, HD doesn't, that would still put him in the lead, so... I know both runners are gonna be trying their hardest to get it. Especially in these tournament races, it is so crucial to get it, especially in close races. HD's going to set up the Laser Crusader here. This trick was found by Laser Crusader. Clean. And he does have 0 pearls. Which, if you didn't know, you do want the least amount of money leaving Area 1. Because less money to count equals less time you spend counting it. So it is faster to have no money out of Area 1, although with Chauncey 1 cycle in the run, it's actually pretty tough because it's tough to lose all the coins you have collected. Alright, so coming up here on Chauncey. Now, I think I can say this confidently that both runners are pretty good at Chauncey 1 cycle. Maybe not 100% consistent, but they can get it a lot of the time. So, we're gonna hope for 2 Chauncey 1 cycles here. And HD gets it. And a clean Area 1 for HD. See if Ferro can follow suit here. And they both get it! We love to see it. We love to see it. 2 Chauncey 1 cycles. Ferro definitely needed that. It's about I want to say about an 18 or 19 second difference. Which, outside of Wardrobe, a good Area 1 for Ferro as well. It's just unfortunate how that mushroom had to spawn like that. Alright, so heading into Area 2 here, you know, you gotta think, Ferro here, I don't know if he's watching the race. If he is, he probably realizes he can make up pretty much all of this time just with RNG, if he does get early release. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are HDlax fans or followers, but the history with HD is that he doesn't get early release. And I'm not exaggerating either. He pretty much just never gets it. Now, I would like for him to get it, but the odds seem to be stacked against him. But we'll see what happens. Both going for the standard double in this room. Or at least Ferro did. I believe HD also did the same strat. Correct me if I'm wrong. See how they handle Shy Guys. Should be seeing a couple of 6 pieces here. Looking like a good setup. They're grouped up well. That was solid. I mean, good suck up. Good setup. Everything good. We're not going to see Ferro go for it. And HD gets early release. Now, if I'm HD, I gotta be happy about that. So Ferro missing the 6 piece. So this is gonna cause HD to make up a little bit more time on him. See if Ferro can match the same RNG. And they both get early release. But really, up until this point, the only noticeable difference in gameplay between the runners was Ferro's Wardrobe, Poison Mushroom, and missing that 6 piece. So it looked like a clean storage room for HD. Honestly, this was looking like an amazing run for HD. Did miss that double in Area 1, like I said, but outside of that, he's pretty much made no mistakes. Or at least no noticeable mistakes. So at this point, we're looking at about a 28-second lead. So HD is continuing to pad the lead. And we'll see how the boos treat these runners. So if you didn't know, boos, they can pretty much spawn in any object in any room. With some exceptions, but the point is that luck can play a huge factor here when capturing boos. We're gonna see who gets Parlor Boo Tech Skip, if either of them do. No lump for HD, that means he does have the RNG for Tech Skip. And he gets perfect RNG. That is exactly where you want that boo. And that's just as bad. That's just about as good as Parlor can get. You really can't ask for a better Parlor than that. He also gets a good answer boost spawn, so far HD getting very lucky. Just not giving Ferro much room to catch up. Ferro also getting perfect Parlor luck, so both runners get perfect Tech Skip luck, which just seeing perfect luck in a run is amazing, let alone two runners at the same time. Does get a worse anti-room boost spawn. So he doesn't go for boo double, so that's pretty much how you know I'm not playing right now. Well, Ferro says Mario while trying to scan the mirror. I think we've all made that mistake before. Who's in the painting for HD, but he reads it well. See if Ferro... Oh no, he baited us. He baited us. I wanted to see it personally. But, going for boo double in a race, it's not worth it. Next thing you know, you lose one of the boos to dining room, then you have to go to study, get that. It's not fun, alright? Don't do it. Never go for boo double in a race. Ferro does get better ballroom luck, so he does catch up a little bit with the RNG on this boo. Spawns Butler Mouse, we love to see it. There's that C-stick strat I was talking about, he just did it on that first grabber ghost there. Oh, coming up, we'll see him capture this boo and rub the fire medallion at the same time, effectively skipping Egad's text that he gives you after you pick up an element. And that was solid. Ferro, we're gonna see Ferro do the same thing here. And he gets left side boo. That's not the luck you want in this room. So boo's nice to him, he gets the trick. And looking like out of warping back into the mansion, HD maintaining the lead. He's got about a 40-second lead. Just about a 40-second lead. We're gonna high five in the hallway here. HD's gonna head down to laundry room. Ferro's gotta light these candles. Now, this part of the run can be pretty deceptively difficult because of just how, I guess, intricate, you know, some of the strats here are. See what kind of hidden room these runners get. There's Butler Mouse throwing up for Ferro. HD barely missing the chest animation skip. Tries to walk into the hat. Barely doesn't make it in time. HD might have best luck on this boo here. Oh, but it is the decoy. That boo does like to hide in that tool shed quite a bit. I'd say he's probably in that tool shed 60 to 70% of the time, based on my experience. HD is going for the fastest strat here. Hopefully his bat doesn't hit him. Oh, and he's good. That was clean. See, Ferro getting left side boo here, looking like. Oh, but he switched back into the tool shed. Let's see. Oh, HC missing the tech skip. Tried to grab it, but just couldn't. So Michael is sound asleep right now. See how Ferro's hidden room lines up. He gets the bats to hit him. He's doing the same strat that HD did. And he does get it. I believe the boo switched for Ferro, so he gets 2 boos in a row to switch on him. We're gonna see what song Melody plays. Unfortunately, she plays Mario Bros. 3 Athletic theme, so he is going to lose 1 frame compared to Water. Gets best RNG on the boo, activates him during the chess cutscene. Solid room for HD here. Time to see what song Ferro got. If he gets Water, then he will successfully save a frame over HD. And he does! Might have gotten the same luck in Melody's room. He does not. Who was in the double bass for Ferro, or is it a cello? You know, I always forget what that instrument is. I believe it's a cello, but I don't remember cellos being that large, so I could be wrong. So we're gonna see HD go for a tech skip with Kitchen Boo, and he gets it. Very clean. Tech skip can be a little bit difficult to set up, especially if you get perfect RNG because of the timing. That was solid, though. Looks like at the Water Medallion, these runners are about close to a minute apart at this point. Maybe 50 seconds or so. We're gonna see if HD goes for the really fast skeleton double. The instant double, the task double, whatever you want to call it. And that was Yeah, that was clean. And all things considered, HD has made very little mistakes this run. I mean, just playing... You know, I think you can tell he's locked in. So Ferro had a bit of trouble finding this boo, but he's still going to get a tech skip out of it. Oh, it barely worked, too. He almost sucked that up too early. Ferro watering the plants. Shoutouts to max %. Or 100% if that's your thing. We see a clean one cycle. And man, that was just pretty much perfect. I don't think there was any stutter in that suck-up whatsoever. Ferro unfortunately goes for the instant double, but misses it. Props to going for it, though. I mean, Ferro's just trying to make up any time he can right now. Going for difficult strats. I commend him. Alright, we're coming up on Ferro's Bogmire. Let's see what he can do here. Looking good. He gets the one cycle. So, all things considered, I'd say clean Area 2s for both runners. I really wouldn't say either runner's on a bad run. They've both been playing pretty well. You know, both nailed Chauncey one cycle, both got early release. Both got Parlor Brew tech skip. So HD entering the courtyard here. Not really a lot to talk about here, because this is mainly just walking and a cutscene. But it is cool. We get to see Mario. HD is going to vacuum the birdhouse. That is a little bit faster than knocking on it. He's going to say hi to Mr. Biff here and then just get the key. Technically an optional key, but it unlocks the shortcut door connecting Area 2 and Area 3, so you don't have to walk through the courtyard or mirror warp if you want to get back. Setting up the tech skip here. Does struggle a bit to grab the grabber, but he grabs him. Now, if you don't know, in this category at least, you can always predict that this boo will switch, because the boo's switch timers are set from the time you enter the mansion, and since there's pretty much, you know, little error you can expect up to this point, the boo will pretty much always switch, or you can always expect him to switch, and he switches for HD. I don't know if it was a favorable switch, I'm not sure where he was before the switch, but did read it well. He knew he was in the box there. Gets the tech skip. Yo, thanks for the raids, guys. Got a raid from Giant Thumb, and we got a raid from Daniel Dimple Drops. Now, Area 3, and this is just based on my personal experience, I believe Area 3 to be the most difficult area in this category. Just based on... Well, I don't know if I would say most difficult, but I'd say it's most easy to lose time to, because a lot of these boos can really trick you, and, you know, the luck in Area 3 can just really give you a hard time, so... Ferro getting the tech skip, opts to get the boo before picking up the medallion, which is commonly done when getting good luck on the boo, and you don't want him to switch. You'll get him early, so he doesn't switch out of a good spot. For HD, I believe the boo switched here for HD back into that drawer. He's going to do the strat where you freeze the boo and suck up the key. It is a little bit faster. You know, that is an excellent question, Hellucard, and I'm going to answer it right now. So in this game, in the speedrun, we use a strat called R-pumping on boos. And what R-pumping is pretty much when you're vacuuming a boo, you hold both triggers, and then every 10 HP we deal to a boo, we quickly release R and repress R. And what that does is it keeps the vacuum out, but it locks the boo in place. And it locks the boo in place until the boo has cackled 15 times. And pretty much every time you R-pump, the boo cackles. So after 15 times, the boo will leave the room no matter what. No matter if you freeze the boo, no matter if you block in place, he'll just leave after 15 cackles. Which equates to about 150 HP. So that's the reason why one cycling 150 HP boos can be pretty difficult, because you can't really afford too many cackles. Oh, a pretty solid Astral Halt for HD. Also a pretty good Nana for Ferro. Ferro heading into Astral Hall as HD leaves Astral Hall. We got Moonshot coming up. This Moonshot can be deceptively difficult, but we do have specific setup, visual cue for Moonshot, which makes it pretty consistent. HD almost getting a bullseye there. I think that was a bullseye. And Ferro gets whacked in Astral Hall. See if he recover. He gets a double though. That was actually an incredible recovery. Pretty much flashed the Shy Guy immediately after sucking off his mask. He's gonna set up the triple here, gets the triple. A really solid triple there. Even reads the boo well. Fortunately, it's second try. It's in another candle. Reading these candles can be very difficult because there's 5 of them and they're all very close together, so it can be pretty difficult to detect where the boo is here. So at this point, the difference between the runners is over a minute. I think it's about a minute and 10, minute 15 seconds, something like that. Yeah, HD is on a good run. I'm not trying to commentator's curse. I'm not trying to do that. All I'm saying is HD is on a pretty solid run, and I'll leave it at that. So we'll see Ferro nail Moonshot here, hopefully. And he does. In this room, it is actually faster to save warp with the glove in this room with the boo instead of mirror warping, because the old strat was we used to mirror warp out of this room in billiards room, but it's actually a little bit faster to save warp. And the boo switches for HD. That was not a nice boo at all. That boo was pretty much never in that projector. And then he switched, so... not favorable luck there. He is going to get the animation skip here with this glove, which basically skips a tiny, about a 1 second animation of Luigi picking up that glove. Now, some people would say this is funny. And it is. Right, so if you do save warp with this boo, you have to get fire, because in this game, using elements can be used to do these things called flashlight skips and vacuum cancels, which basically you can take out the vacuum faster if you have elements, and every time you do it, you save about half a second to a second, but it adds up over time. So keeping elements is a pretty key part in this section specifically. So we'll see Ferro do the save warp now, and he has good luck on the boo. You do want him in that cabinet, but he gets projection RNG. The boo charges him. Not being a very nice boo to Ferro. And he also gets the animation skip. Alright, we're gonna see HD go for Twins Double. At least he tried to. Oh boy. This is looking a little scary for HD, but okay. So he did set up for a double there, but he couldn't get Henry off his car. So we opted for singles instead, but still, all things considered, that went well for HD, because he didn't drop a twin and he didn't get bonked, so... it's okay for HD. Alright, so HD leaving twins right as Ferro enters. And honestly, we might see a twin double from Ferro. I know he can do it, and I would love to see it. Oh. I think HD thought he caught... I'm not sure what HD was doing there. I think he caught the boo, or he thought he caught the boo, and he just left him at 12 HP. Unless he was going for Kai disc strat, which, if you want to know what Kai disc strat is, it's kind of a new strat found where if you damage a boo as it's leaving the room and leave the room right as the boo leaves the room, you can still damage him in the hallway without going through an extra animation, so you can save a little bit of time, but it's... I'm not a big fan of Kai disc strat. Oh, Ferro getting twins double. This is looking clean. Okay, stuttered a bit on the Sucka, but he gets it. That was beautiful. We love twins double. So HD's gonna now mash for a minute and 25 seconds about. As he rattles off the Clairvoya items with Clairvoya as she goes on her long rant. Not really a rant, but more like a, story, Ferro might have perfect RNG in this room. The bad RNG in this bedroom can matter a lot because this is one of the laggiest rooms in the run. So you really want to spend as least amount of time in here as possible. If you notice, he damages the boost slower than normal. So HD's finishing up the text here. He's going to suck up Clairvoya. Now, Clairvoya is an interesting suck-up in this game because she doesn't drag you like other ghosts do. So, this route we used to suck her up. Instead of using the control stick, some runners will opt to use the C stick, but I know there's many different strats to sucking up Clairvoya. Oh yeah, long text. I think that was long text, but it was the shortest long text. But pretty much what long text is, after the 15th boo, there's a random chance that EGET adds extra information on to the text you receive after collecting a boo. So you can randomly lose 4 to 5 seconds after getting a boo for no reason, because RNG exists, that's why. Although it ranges. It ranges from about 2 seconds of time loss to 4 or 5, worst case. In Safari Room, only really notable thing in Safari Room is the double here. It is a pretty cool double. There's actually a triple you can do in this room that is technically faster, but it's pretty much not RTA viable at all. That was a clean double. Poison Mushrooms hits HD! And he's not happy. Wow. Well, at least Ferro isn't alone anymore in being poison mushrooms in his race. Ferro, remembering to get ice. Never forget ice. Because, I mean, a lot of you guys know LeBron James did forget ice once, and he couldn't hear the end of it. It was all over, you know, NBC. So, ever since then, every runner has opted to never forget ice going up to Safari Room. Never. Hopefully we keep it that way. So HD's on Bulasis. Now, Bulasis, the strat here is pretty much you get ice, and then you set up a an ice shot. You group all the boos up. There's 15 boos in Bulasis, and you group them all up. And the goal here is to hit all of them with one ice shot, so we'll see how HD does it. This is looking pretty good. Oh my, it's amazing. I think he hit about 12 of them with the ice shot, maybe 11, but his cleanup was phenomenal. I mean, I don't think he could have handled that any better than he did. So HD, still on a good run. I mean, you know, probably not far off his PB. Ferro heading in. Ferro did have a little bit of a mishap in Safari with getting the garbage ghost to despawn. I was watching it, but at the time I was commentating HD's Bulasis, but the garbage can ghost despawned right as he went to flash him, and it's unfortunate, but it happens. Ferro, doing the strat, this is actually kind of a new find. If you stand in that specific spot and move right, you pretty much walk, or Bulasis will float over right into the horn, and he'll pop just like that. Ferro setting it up. He walks up a little bit. Interesting. Good ice shot. And that was clean. Clean Bulasises for both. pick up this key at 39:11, so about a minute and 30-second difference at this point. So we are going to have some downtime here. In Area 4, there's a lot of walking, because you have to walk down and then walk back up, and then walk up again and then walk back down. So, prepare for a lot of walking. But anyways, HD's entering Blackout, and in Blackout, there's this ghost called Uncle Grimly, and he can pretty much show his heart whenever he wants. He could show it, you know, right away as you walk in, or he could wait a minute. You really never know. Although usually it's not longer than 20 seconds. If it's long, I believe the record is 50 seconds. That's the longest anyone had to... I know Mini had a... I believe he is the longest Grimly. The runner named HT Delta also had a really long Grimly, so... Now, usually in Blackout, a lot of ghosts will spawn. Pretty much every room has a lot of ghosts in it. New ghosts that spawn, but if you're careful with where you point your flashlights, they don't spawn. Because how it works in this game is if you're facing toward where a ghost should spawn, it won't spawn. Which is why you see, why you'll see him face the center of the room with his flashlight to prevent any ghosts from spawning. I'm gonna see this Grimly. Hey, nice pants, Grimly. Oh, dude, sick sweater. Oh, I saw the cufflinks. Alright. It's the cufflinks, I guess you have to compliment. You gotta be nice to Grimly. Because if you're not nice to Grimly, he'll give you a hard time. Which is why we like to compliment him on his appearance. So not a bad Grimly for HD. I wouldn't call it a bad Grimly, but he did have to wait 5 seconds for him to show his heart. So that's just 5 seconds that he didn't need to lose, but he did, because Grimly's just like that. He's gonna head into Breaker Room. Now here in Breaker Room, we get a boo called Breaker Boo, funnily enough. And he has 200 HP, but we can one-cycle him, because there's a strat in this game called Boo Dragging, which pretty much allows us to extend the HP we drain from a boo by dragging it away from the wall. Well, HG's actually going to do the wall strat here, because there's 2 strats to this boo. There's wall strat, and there's drag strat. HG's going to do wall strat, which looks like this. He's trying to avoid any double cackles. And he's doing a good job. I think he's got this. And he gets the tech skip clean. See what Ferro's Grimly looks like. Hey, nice coat. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I think, what was that, 12 seconds? That wasn't... That's not what you want. Another poison mushroom spawns for HD. Let's hope this doesn't hit him. Oh. Wow. Barely escaped that poison mushroom. He handled it really well, because the poison mushroom at the top of the room, so he immediately moved to the bottom of the room, and got the poison mushroom out of his auto-lock, which was very smart. So he avoids catastrophe. Because if that poison mushroom hits him in that circumstance, he's not only losing the time from being shrunk, he's losing the time from losing that boo and having to respawn him eventually. So now we're going to see Ferro do Breaker Boo. And this, I like this, because we get to see both Breaker Boo strats. Ferro's going to do Drag strat here, which is technically the faster strat, because the way you set up the tech skip loses less time. So let's see him do... that might have been a double cackle, I'm not too sure. He's doing a good job dragging him. I'm just afraid that there's a double cackle that... Oh. Well, that seals the deal. So, for Ferro, there's 2 outcomes here. If the Boo could go back in a breaker room when Ferro finishes Cellar, and he could just get the Boo right there, he'll just be floating in the center. We call that Blue Hits Bless, because there's this runner called Blue Hits who, in one of his old records, he had the Boo go back in like that, and it saved his run. So we call it Blue Hits Bless. The other option is that it goes to Pipe Room, which is undesirable because at that point, in order to get him, you would have to clear Pipe Room of the grabber ghosts in there, and it'd be slow. Oh no, he loses Cellar Boo because he auto-locks in a gold bar. Oh, he gets it! Shout out to Blue Hits Plus. So HD, probably, he's doing Soldier Double. This is looking a little scary, if I'm being honest. He gets it, though. That was good. Clean suck up. So we're doing with auto-lock in this game. That game will prioritize money, like gold bars, also poison mushrooms and pearls over the Boo. So if you have your vacuum stream on a Boo and a gold bar gets in the way, the vacuum will lock onto the gold bar out of the reach of the Boo, and you can lose the Boo because the vacuum prioritized the money, because this game makes sense like that. So clean rooftop for HD. HD also a Boo ahead of Ferro because Ferro lost Cellar Boo, so Ferro is going to actually have to mirror warp an Armory, because the normal strat in Armory is to save warp with the Boo, but if you save warp in this game, it actually resets all of the Boo's HP counts and puts them back in their original rooms. So Ferro would have to drain all of Cellar Boo's HP again if he save warped, but if you mirror warp, then the Boo's still at a low HP, so Ferro's gonna opt to do that, probably. Okay, so HD's going for Armory 5-piece. I really like this strat, because I think it looks really cool, and it's fast. See if he gets it. He does. Just feel the lag through that. Armory's also... I believe Armory is the laggiest room in the game. It's either this room or Master Bedroom. Ferro also getting a solid Soldier Double. A solider double, if you will. So the Boo's on the left side for HD here. This is one of the most punishing Boos. Or I should say, RNG can punish you a lot in this room, because this Boo, when he can give long text too, takes a while to search for the location. Ferro going for the 6-piece here. He gets the 6-piece. That was kind of insane how he got that. Those Shy Guys were really far apart, but he somehow managed that. Alright, so I'm interested to see what strat Ferro goes for here, because I think Ferro can go for Armory 5-piece, but he has to take off that cloth off the mirror to mirror warp, and when you do 5-piece, it's kind of an annoyance to take that off, so I'm wondering if he'll just opt for the triple here. No, he's going for it. Oh, you know, this is smart. He's doing the strat, but he's burning the gold ghost. So this is really going to be I think this will be a quad, right? Or no, this is still a 5-piece. Never mind. Oh, man, that was looking good. That lineup was so good, and he misses the puncher. So now he's gonna have to back this up. HD entering Weston's room. This is the last Boo that HD will have to get before King Boo. Unfortunate for Ferro, because that was such a good setup, too. Solid one cycle for HD. He's gonna get a few of these pearls out of the way. Like I said, auto lock can really mess up this one cycle, so... Meanwhile, on the right, Ferro is trying to one-cycle Armory Boo. Unfortunately, he does leave to the right. I believe... I'm not sure... I mean, he might have double-cackled, or he might have used up his pumps. I'm not really sure. Now, the Boo goes to the right. This is bad for Ferro. He wants this Boo to go up, and he does. Yeah, losing Armory Boo is tough, because if he goes into Telephone, you can't get a Boo in a dark room, so you have to either get him to go up here to Clockwork or back into Armory, in this case. He does have to save Warp, too. Because there's no mirror around in Clockwork, which means he'll have to drain all of Cellar Boo's HP again. In Cellar. So, HD is going to start heading up towards Van Gore. Van Gore's room. Vincent Van Gore, to be specific. So Ferro finally gets to get Cellar Boo. So Van Gore's room, pretty self-explanatory. You just want to get all these triples here and burn the Ceiling Surprise Ghost. Some runners can do this room really quickly, especially if you instantly flash all of the triples. A really nice puncher triple. That puncher triple can be tough to do quickly, but he manages it really well. So far, clean Van Gore. Ferro entering Weston's room. And a really clean Weston one cycle for Ferro. He actually gets him trapped behind the campfire. Oh, this Boo double cackled for Ferro. He's probably gonna try to lead him out of the room in hopes of a one cycle. Oh, he does! That was sick. That was sick. He knew he double cackled, so he followed him out early, and he got lucky enough that the Boo switched directions, and that allowed him to one cycle. So HD heading down to King Boo, you know, he's gonna go for King Boo one cycle. That's just a given. Now, depending on how King Boo goes, well, HD is gonna get a 55 here, if he at least two cycles King Boo. Which I think a two-cycle King Boo here is at least guaranteed. Question is, does he one cycle? He's pretty good at it. I'd say he's one of the best at King Boo one cycle, so there's a really good chance he does. If he does get it, we're looking at about a 55-10 here, I believe. So Ferro entering Van Gore. I believe Ferro on pace for about a 58. Oh, if I could explain King Boo one cycle really quick. So the way you one cycle King Boo is normally you have to shoot these bombs at Bowser, when his head reaches down. But you can actually shoot them up at him if you angle the vacuum upwards. And if you do that, you have just enough time to grab another bomb, hit Bowser's head a second time with the bomb, which extends King Boo's timer of how long he's out of Bowser. And it gives you barely enough room to one-cycle him. So we're going to see HD attempt it. Ferro, unfortunately, missing the grabber triple. That is a tough triple. Gonna line up with the Game Boy Horror here. The instant shot, or insta-shot we call it. Looking good. He gets it off. Oh, this is looking good. I think he's got this. Yeah, he's got it. And that's time. 55:08. GG's HD. A great run. A great time. 55:08. That is actually tied for the second best time we've seen in a tournament. Because I believe we saw Pablo get a 55:08 in his last tournament race. All things considered, a great run for HD. He had, you know, he had that mishap with the poison mushroom in Safari Room. I mean, outside of that, really, I didn't see him make any real mistakes. I mean, nailed Chauncey one cycle, nailed King Boo one cycle, nailed Boolossus. You know. And just played crazy. He finished 10 seconds off his PB. So, I don't think HD could have asked for really much of a better run than that. So Ferro's heading into King Boo. I believe Ferro will also go for King Boo one cycle, because Ferro is also pretty good at it. So it would be neat if we saw a pair of King Boo one cycles here. So this is winners round 4. So HD wins. He moves on to winners round 5. Ferro will drop down to losers round 5. We have HD on the call. Hello, HD. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. A little disappointed it wasn't a 54, and all I can think about is just that mushroom in Safari Room.
I mean, it robbed you of a 54.
Oh, it totally did, yeah. I mean, like, granted, had that happened, it would have been 54-58, so I would have still missed PB, but still, 54 is a 54.
Right. I mean, everything else was pretty clean.
It was. I'm super impressed. I mean, you've seen, I've been practicing a lot these past couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you pretty much killed it.
How's Ferro's run been?
Well, Ferro, it's been up and down. He did get Chauncey one cycle, but he did have some. Oh no! Oh no! You got the. Okay, so Ferro's gonna have to 2-cycle King Boo here. You got the wonky insta shot, so he's just gonna have for a regular 2-cycle. He's getting him real close to Bowser. Okay.
Pretty good, all things considered. That was super close, though.
243, that's good. Yeah, Ferro did have some mishaps with a few boos. He did lose Armory Boo to Clockwork Room. He did lose Cellar Boo. Did lose Breaker, but he did get Blue Hits Bless, so. Alright, Ferro finishes with a 58-33. GG. Ferro. Good race. Yeah, I mean, it was sick to see you both get Chauncey one cycle. That was cool. You did get early release, which I was surprised.
I was too, because I haven't gotten it since the end of the Georgia trip. That was the first time I've gotten it.
First time you got what? Huh?
Early release in like over a week.
Man, I got really good RNG, except for in fucking wardrobe room.
That sucks.
I got right at the beginning. I got shroomed.
That was unfortunate. I mean, you had some
unavoidable.
I mean, you know, I mean, you had some unfortunate parts of your run. You did get Chauncey one cycle, and
Even
you know,
I lost 20 seconds to the mushroom.
that's true. I mean, you know, I don't know. What would you say? There's any part of your run you thought was pretty good?
No.
Well, all right.
Well, sounds good. Joven, thanks for commentating, man.
I mean, it was fun commentating. I liked watching you guys play. You know, HD, you advanced to winners round 5. You play me. It will be winners semifinals coming up.
Winners semis.
We should see that. You know, within the next. I'd say within the next 2 weeks we'll see that probably.
Well, I guess we'll get that scheduled when I
got
get back from
I
Canada.
got twins doubles. Twins.
I
Double,
did.
guess.
I did see twins double.
Yeah.
I guess that was something. It was a really bad twins double. It saved me like 1 or 2 seconds.
I went for it and I messed it up, but thankfully I was able to get the red twin without getting hit by the blue one. So I
Damn,
still
you almost
consider that a
PB'd.
win.
You should keep grinding.
I did.
Man.
I got hit by a mushroom in Safari, so that kinda,
dude, what? That sucks. My Safari kind of went bad too. I kind of got like I just barely had a bad suck up and didn't
So
get the
we
second
both
one.
got shroomed. I almost got shroomed in Cellar. I don't know if you saw that, Joven, but
Dude, I got.
I did see that. You
Cellar,
avoided
too.
it. You avoided it like a champ because it was at the top of the room, but you were right out of auto locking on it.
yeah, I just moved behind the shelf and I was good.
I was also at a shroom bouncing around, but it was a gold bar that made me lose Cellar Boo, and that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, and then I got a triple cackle in Armory, and he left. I thought it was only a double cackle, so I didn't follow him out, and so that's why I didn't one cycle that.
Oh, I saw that, and you had unfortunate with 5. Because I saw you go for 5-piece, and it was looking like a great setup.
It just, I don't know why it didn't work. I literally have no clue. The one right in front of me didn't get flashed.
I got the 6-piece, so my area 4 was kind of upsetting in a way because I got a 10-second Grimly. And then,
I think I got a 12-second Grimly.
Oh, okay. Then what happened? I spent a few seconds dodging the mushroom in Cellar. Armory luck was really bad. He was in that far left chest at the top of the room.
Oh, that was good. I did get good Armory luck.
Yeah. Weston was whatever. Van Gore was good, and obviously King Boo one cycle, but it's just like that first few things that happened at the start of Area 4. I feel like collectively that killed the PB.
I just the part that I find really funny is me getting Weston Boo with 3 double caps.
Yeah, that was amazing. I don't know how you did that.
Well, I knew I had 3 double cackles, so I started following him out at 40. And then apparently there was 1 extra cackle, and then on the 16th cackle, which is like a hidden cackle, he changed directions to the top of the room.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's
so
some insane luck.
Yeah. No, all skill. It was all skill.
All skill. I feel like that's...
It was all calculated.
For as long as I've been running this game, I feel like that's only happened to me maybe 3 times max.
I'm really good at saving Weston Boos, actually. This happens all the time.
Wait, you and Weston Boo are just your best friends, I guess.
It's true.
Except for in my race against Blazer, where it almost cost me the race. Well, GG's.
GG's.
I feel better knowing that even though I played like crap, I didn't have a chance anyways.
Well, Ferro, you dropped to losers round 5. You can, make a comeback in losers bracket.
Yeah, who are you playing? You're gonna be playing. It looks like either
Afroman or Bliss, probably.
You're gonna play Afroman, Spud, Bliss, or Daniel. One of those 4.
I think it's probably gonna be Bliss.
Probably gonna be Bliss, but I
But
don't know. Don't sleep on Afro.
Or Daniel.
Daniel's gonna pull that clutch out, dude.
If Daniel clutches that, he deserves it.
He does. He does. Really does.
Do we have any matches coming up?
Yeah.
We actually have a match right now.
You're supposed to be commentating.
I am.
What are you still doing here, dude?
I mean, it just started. All right. Well, I mean, if you guys don't want to say anything else, we also have ours on Tuesday. Crazy 8 versus Lethal Boar at 7. Okay, now I'm done. Do you guys have anything else to add?
No, GG's
No,
Ferro.
GG's. Good luck in the semis
GG's.
against
Thank you.
Joven.
Thank you. And good luck down in losers. I'm sure I'll be
Yep.
joining you soon.
Well, I mean, if you play like this, you definitely have a huge chance against Joven. I mean, you just play better than Pablo's best ever in a tournament.
That's true. I feel like between me, Joven, and Pablo, this is anybody's tournament.
It really
at this
is.
point.
No, it really is. Like you're
It
playing
is.
really. Everyone's playing really.
We're
well
all
at
playing
this time.
around the same, time, so.
It's true.
I mean, you got a 54-48. That's kind of above
Yeah.
everyone else. I will.
Yeah, that's
say.
true. That run
But
was kind of like a.
If you pulled that out, like
It kind of
it'd be
felt like a
sweep,
fluke
but-
in a way, but I don't know.
This man just dropped a nuke on Mega Lightning. He
Yeah.
didn't deserve that.
Dude, he saw my prediction and he just did not want to risk it.
Yeah, that was it. I saw your prediction and I was like, oh no. No.
No, I can't risk this. I can't lose this.
Alright. Well, GG's once again. Good
Yeah.
luck, and
Yep.
Yep. I'll be
See ya.
watching that Blue Hits Red race. Good luck on commentary
too.
there.
thank you. Alright.
All right,
Thanks for
peace.
watching.
Peace out,
Peace.
fellas.
All right.
And-
Bye bye.
Goodbye.